Hi, my name is Yusuf.
Hi, my name is Tamara.
Hi, my name is Nadine.
And in today's video, we're going to be explaining cantos.
21.
And 22.
And we're going to be giving you the sins, the contrapasso, and some similes we found, and other things that we thought might give you some information about our cantos.
Dante creates an imaginative correspondence between a soul's sin on earth and the punishment he or she receives in hell.
The leopard of fraud and malice. The leopard represents lust. The leopard is not only beautiful, but it's also deadly. And this represents that when your desires that are also beautiful, but when overdone, are deadly. It lures people in with its mystery and beauty, and then devokes them once it gets too close. The lion of violence and ambition. The lion represents pride. The lion lifts its head, believing itself so great that all should watch it and kneel to the king. It is a ravenous beast that tries to intimidate all those around it. It symbolizes those who put themselves at a higher place than others and bring others down, while flaunting how great they think they are. So Dante's use by the lion is to show that people who perceive themselves as greater than others aren't that great, and who make others fear their presence aren't that great after all. The she-wolf of incontinence. The she-wolf represents extreme greed. She wastes away and is starved all the time, looking so full of her desires. She's an empty and desperate for anything that the desperation comes with endless greed. No matter how much she gains or takes, she always craves more. She symbolizes the worst of the worst, those who give incomplete of their desires and the ones that are never able to satisfy their needs.
Dante was an Italian poet, writer, and philosopher. His Divine Comedy is widely considered one of the most important poems of the Middle Ages and the greatest work in the Italian language.
The poem is labeled as a comedy because Dante, the author, he penned it in the low Italian language, not the high Latin language that was very common during these days. And his work was penned in the language of the masses, and that's why it was considered a comedy, because Dante was the first poet to write a serious poem in a native language.
Canto 21. So Yusuf, what happened in Canto 21?
In Canto 21, Dante and Virgil cross the bridge into Pouch 5, Circle 8.
Once Dante and Virgil cross the bridge, they look down into Circle 8 and they find it to be filled with sticky boiling tar.
Dante turns around and sees a winged demon speeding towards him while carrying a sinner over their shoulder.
Dante sees that the demons push any sinners who surface from the sticky boiling tar back into it.
Grafters is the sin in this canto. Grafters means selling political offices that are illegal to sell, under the table deals, and paying someone else to get to something that someone else might deserve.
Virgil explains to the demon that he and Dante have been sent on this journey by the will of God, and the demons agree not to harm them.
The demon leader Malacoda informs Dante and Virgil that the next bridge is torn into bits.
The next bridge is torn into bits.
Little does Virgil and Dante know that Malacoda was lying, and the other bridge that he said was torn into bits was actually a lie, and the other bridge that's way farther it doesn't even exist.
The poets ask the demons to guide them to the other bridge that does not exist.
Demons, guide these two poets to the other bridge.
Malacoda makes sure that the demons do not hurt the poets on their travel and makes sure that they keep a good eye on them.
Dante is not thrilled with the concept of traveling with demons.
The people in the circle have committed the sin of bartry, which is the purchase or sale of public office.
The controversial is that the sticky boiling pitch that they are drowning in is to represent their sticky fingers and under the table sneaky deals.
The demons pretend to submit to Virgil's commands, and Virgil is taken by their artful deceit.
Even those who punish fraud are guilty of the sin themselves.
Dante is afraid of the demons and pleads to Virgil that they should go on their journey without the demons. But Virgil reassures Dante and tells him that the demons are only here to guard and torture the sinners in the stew of pitch. After he reassures Dante, they continue their travel with the demons, and the poets move on with their escorts.
Malebranche is the leader of the demons who are escorting Dante and Virgil on their travel in Canto 21, while escorting Dante and Virgil to this other non-existent bridge. Malebranche is also the leader of this ring, which is taking them to the non-existent bridge. Malebranche makes a trumpet of his ass and they set out. In this simile, they compare the demons when putting the sinners back into the sticky boiling tar to a chef sticking a piece of meat into a bowl.
Poetic literary devices that we found in Canto 21 of Dante's Inferno were a simile in line 6, and it reads, as in the veteran arsenal, the winter through there boils the sticky pitch to caulk the seams of the sea battered bottoms where no crew can put to sea. Instead of which, one starts to build its ship anew. One plugs the planks, which have been sprung in many foreign parts. So in this simile, they're comparing the winter and this boiling sticky pitch of this bolgi in Circle 8 to a very rough winter at sea with no crew and a wrecked ship.
In this simile, they compare the march of the demons to bells and trumpets. In Canto 22 of Inferno, they're still in the 8th circle and still with 10 demons. They were supposed to lead them to the other non-existence bridge. The sinners try to break them from their punishments by surfacing briefly if they get caught. A demon will pull them out with a great hook and rip them and stab them with its...
Dante starts speaking with one of the sinners, and unfortunately one of the demons threatens him and is ready to attack because one of the sinners is out of the pitch. The sinner later on offers to whistle and bring many other sinners out of the pitch as a violent bribe. One of the demons shakes their head and says this is just a trick, another threat to beat him. If he tries to dive back in, the sinner dives back in, escaping from the demons. The demons get so mad that they start attacking each other instead of attacking the sinners, falling into the pitch themselves. This gives the poets time to escape and make a run for it.
A sinner tried to trick the demons and told them that if he lets him go, he can get more of the sinners to come up and out of the pitch. He offers them this as a bribe to the demons who love tormenting the sinners. The demons are not fully convinced with this offer and are mostly distracted because of the poet's escape. Dante marvels over the way the demons march at a stank signal, and they rage and scramble amongst themselves in a clumsy and violent way similar to combat.
In this canto, Dante says that although he has seen horsemen and soldiers and other military crowds advancing and marching, he has never seen a strange sight as troops of devils marching along him and Virgil. While walking, Dante looks into the pitch and he occasionally sees sinners trying to come to the surface and get other power in the shallows of the pitch, but when a devil comes near, they jump back in out of fear. One of the demons hooks a sinner by his hair and pulls him out of the pitch. While the devil is like happy that he was able to catch a sinner coming out, and he's happy that he's going to torment him because that's his job. the demon considers killing him. Dante asks Virgil if he possibly knows who the sinner is, and Virgil asks the sinner where he's from, and he answers that he is from Navri. He begins to tell him about his life, but this is interrupted by the devils prodding and stabbing him. While the devils squabble over who will be tormenting the sinner asks Virgil if he has any more questions. Virgil asks if he knows any Italians in the pitch. The sinner says yes. He was recently next to one, but as he continues his reply, demons rip his body apart. While the soul looks upon his own mangled body, Virgil asks him who this body belongs to, and the soul answers that it was far Gomti and begins to point out others in the pitch. He tells Virgil that he could name many more and call up 7 Italians if the devils would not flay and torture him. The devils are a spectacle of the sinner's attempt to escape their punishment, and indeed, while they are distracted, he escapes he escapes their notice and dives into the pitch in what Dante calls a merry prank. The angry demons try to pursue him, and he has already gone deep into the pitch, where they cannot see him anymore. The demons are frustrated and they blame each other for their mistake, and they start attacking each other, one after the other. And 2 of them accidentally fall into the pitch, where the other one's stuck. Virgil and Dante make a quick run for it, and they leave the band of devils behind.
Dante uses a simile when he says, as at the edge of a ditch, frogs squat about hiding their feet and bodies in the water, leaving only their muzzles sticking out. Dante uses the simile to compare the frogs to the sinners in the boiling pit.
After reading Canto 21 and 22, we realized that both are really similar.
Where Canto 21
No change in location, there's no change in characters, so they're still on their travel.
Help! Help!
Who's the soul of this poor sinner?
Help! Dante, we cannot. Dante, we do not know right now, because if we try to talk to these sinners, that will come and rip his body apart.